My gosh, it's a beautiful morning. I've got somebody to introduce you to. This is Lucky. She is our new Border Collie puppy, and she is excited because she knows what we're just about to do here. So this is her favorite toy to chase in the yard. And then this is a 50-foot nylon rope that I made with a hook on the end of it to hook onto her collar. So she is not trained at all yet. She's brand new. She's about 13 weeks old now. But the purpose of this long rope is just so I can get her back if she decides she doesn't want to come to me. I'm trying to train her to come back when I call her, but I don't trust her yet. So if I've got this 50-foot long rope that she's dragging around behind her, it's a lot easier for me to run up and step on the rope and catch her if she decides she's not going to come back. Should we get the long rope on? Are you ready to play? All right. Hey, ready? Hey, are you ready? Go get it. Bring it to me. Good girl. Yeah. Sit. Good girl. Yeah. Can you say hi to all the people on YouTube? Can you? You say hi? All right, here it is. Are you ready? We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. Here you go. Ready? Go get it. Oh, ran into the tree. Bring it to me. Hey, bring it to me. Bring it to me. Not over there. Did you forget something? Go get it. Go get it. Well, she's young yet, but we're doing good, I think. We're making progress. She's easily distracted. I'm sitting in my pickup in the parking ramp outside the neurosurgeon's office, just feeling super thankful. Just got done with my follow-up appointment, did the x-rays. Everything is perfect. Nothing has moved since the surgery. Everything looks just like it should. He's super happy with how my strength is coming back. My restrictions are almost all gone. I'm restricted to lifting 50 pounds for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if that doesn't cause me any discomfort or any problems, then my weight restrictions are gone for lifting. I do need to be a little careful about falling down, you know, taking a big fall for the next couple, 3 months, but I can go back to work. This might sound silly, but I'm so excited to drive that old Freightliner again. Let's go. Well, while I'm waiting for the batteries to charge up, I was checking the tires and I got one off the bead on the back of the trailer. I don't think I'm gonna get air into it, so probably just gonna have to take it to town. Well, things went from bad to worse. My camera died while I was getting the tire fixed. When I got back, I had a brake smoking on the semi-tractor, so once it cools off enough to mess with, I'm gonna bring it in here and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. This is the brake that's been dragging right here, and I have been fiddling around with it for the last 3 hours. I've been working the slack adjuster open and closed. It turns really hard. I mean, the slack adjuster doesn't turn hard, but the S-cam turns really hard. I can't get these duals off by myself. In fact, I can't even get the nuts broken loose with our big 3/4 inch impact. I'm gonna take this somewhere and get it looked at because it's a pretty serious matter when you weigh 80,000 pounds and you're going down the road. You want the brakes to be working properly. You definitely don't want them to be smoking away and dragging and getting hot because I don't want the truck to catch on fire. Well, the truck is at the shop now, so I'm gonna work on trying to get some stuff out of this shed. I'm gonna get the tank pulled home and get those ground tanks loaded up and hauled home, hopefully before it rains too much. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers would say. Well, we are definitely beyond the point of I shouldn't be doing this anymore, but I've got 3 of those flat bottom tanks hauled home and I've only got 1 left to get. And I'll be darned if I'm gonna be defeated this close to the end of this project. So I've already got the trailer dirty from the gravel. I've already got a little mud on it. I'm gonna get more mud on it now, but I'm gonna finish this project. Great news, the Freightliner's done. So we're gonna hop in this silver Monte Carlo that they sent me down the road with as a loaner and go back and get it. Sorry, Marty, you can't come. I know. It is a pretty nice touch for them to have a few of these old beater cars sitting around at the truck repair shop so that when a situation like yesterday arises and I didn't have anybody to come give me a ride, I just hopped in this car and away I went. There she is, my beautiful Freightliner. Well, I got the truck back home. Let's talk about what they had to do. So as you can see, there's a new yoke and new pins right here, but what you can't see is that they had to take everything apart. They had to take the slack adjuster off. They had to take the wheels and the drum off. They had to pull the whole S-cam shaft tube off and take everything apart to clean it up to get it to go again. Why it was so froze up, I have no idea. Since it's raining and I can't haul corn now anyway because they're closed, I decided to take this opportunity to work on a couple of things that I don't think are important, but the Department of Transportation in the state of Iowa seems to think are important. Did you know that the state of Iowa requires you to have reflectors bolted to the mud flaps on your tractor, even if you always have a trailer hooked up? Furthermore, did you know that the state of Iowa requires that you have these goofy reflectors on the back of your cab, even if you always have a trailer hooked up? My reflectors were missing on the right side. They were not missing on the left side. So I've ordered a pair of reflectors and I'm in the process of installing those over here. My howdy, would you look at that? I feel safer already, don't you? Now I suppose at least one of you has to be thinking, Carl, you're standing in front of the truck right now with no trailer hooked up, and you just got done driving it to and from the shop with no trailer hooked up. And to that I would say, yeah, good point. All right, now that we've got those little safety issues taken care of, let's get the trailer hook back on and maybe even load it with corn so that when the hour rolls along on Monday, we're ready to go. Well, good morning and happy Friday. Guess what? We can't haul corn Monday either because the corn plant's going to be closed Monday as well. Fortunately and unfortunately, we've got plenty of other things that need to be done. One thing I've been putting off for a rainy day is this pile of corn planter meters I've got laying on the floor in the shop. The V-drive motors need their gears replaced, so let me show you how that works. So this is what the inside of a meter looks like. This is what our corn disc looks like. So if I pull this clip pin off right here, you can see how this corn disc sits right on here, lines up with these little nubs. And then this gear down here drives the disc by meshing up with the teeth on the disc. Now if we pop this disc back out, can you see how worn the edges are on that gear? Look at that. I've got a few here that I've already replaced laying on the workbench. Look at that wear pattern. These have been over a lot of acres, and it's a pretty small gear. Definitely time to change these out. All right, now with all those screws out, this just pops right off. Grab our favorite snap ring pliers. They do send a new snap ring in the kit, so I just go ahead and ruin this one because that's the easiest way to get it off. And then this gear just slides right off of the square drive shaft. Yeah, look at that baby. We got our new snap ring, we got our new gear, and we get an O-ring to replace the O-ring in the motor cover plastic thing. All right, we just drop our gear right on there. Install our new snap ring. Here we go. Pop out our old O-ring. All right, got the new O-ring in. Just line it. We got to make sure we line it back up perfectly because there's these two electrodes here that have to fit into the electrodes on the cover. So there's only one way it can go on. Well, like they say about horse shows, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. So you've seen me do one of these. I'm not going to film doing the rest of them. Whew, dang, it is cold out there. It doesn't feel like the first week of April right now or the second week of April. Hey, before I leave today, I wanted to let you know that there's still time to get your free emergence flagging kit. Just hit up the link right down here, precisionplanting.com/Carl. You do have till the end of April to get those coming, but I wouldn't wait till the last minute because that's what I did last year. I waited to the last minute to flag my one field, and that hybrid didn't come up very good, and it kind of ruined my whole flagging test. But you won't do that. You're way smarter than that. I know you are. Check it out, precisionplanting.com/Carl. Hey, it feels so good to be back in business here, helping out at the farm again, getting back to sort of normal life. I didn't do any trucking this week, but I did a lot of other stuff. Hopefully we'll do some trucking next week. Thanks a lot for hanging out. I'll see you next time.